Jameen from Globe Life American Division. I spoke to you about the benefits through your union IBEW 66. Is
Oh,
Taryn there with you?
yeah, yeah, she's right here.
Okay. So great. I have your benefits here. I really love that they have me using Zoom. It makes things go by a lot faster. Don't worry, I'm not going to take up too much of your time. So before I get everything started, let's just get to know each other a little bit. Are you from Texas?
Yeah, yeah, my whole life.
Your whole life? You have family out here?
Oh yeah, they're all here.
All here? Okay. Do you and your wife, Taryn, right?
Hmm.
You guys have children?
Oh yeah, three kids, three beautiful boys.
Oh, really? What are their names?
We did the thing where we named each of them after the same letter. So I have Jet, Jim, and Jax
Wow. Jet, Jim, and Jax. I would totally mess that up. I have four
all the time.
kids.
Yeah, all the time.
And yes, we did because I have two middle names, they all have two middle names as well. So Jet, Jim, and Jax. How old are they?
Jet is 6, Jimmy is 3, and Jax is 2.
Well, you got a nice little group of kids there. You got the fun stage that
That's
two and
right.
three. Woo-hoo.
Yeah,
Listen, my
at the
youngest
same
is
time.
6. I'm glad we're past the two and three
Yeah, I can't wait.
stage.
I can't wait.
Yeah. So you guys have been here. What do you guys like to do for fun out here?
Anything. We like to be outdoors. We have a camper that we like to go and go camping, do all the fun things, lakes, whatever we can do. We like to go out and be outside and enjoy the wilderness.
Really? So my husband and I moved here from California, and our
Nice.
family would do a camping trip every year, like before Fourth of July, because Fourth of July is too crazy. But we'll do it usually like a couple of weeks before.
Mhm.
And since we're new out here, I don't even know where to go camping. You have any suggestions?
Oh yeah. There's actually a place by New Braunfels. It's really geared towards like younger kids. It's called Camp Fimfo, Fimfo. It's a great place. And then
Fishing?
uh do what?
Like lakes for fishing?
So it's like it's more of a resort kind of place. It's got like
Okay.
this big water park for kids and
Ooh.
oh yeah, it's awesome. And then there is Jellystones all over Texas, which are great. It's kind of geared towards like older kids. And then there are other places closer to like Austin. I think it's called Kalahari or something like that. It's a fun one. But then we also like to go to like the state park. So like down south near San Antonio, there's a state park called Garner. There's one up here by Jacksboro. I mean, yeah, we like to go all over the place. The Possum Kingdom is right over here. It's got a massive, massive lake. Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. We go a lot of places.
Super jealous. You guys have been a lot of places, but no, we love camping. And my son is always like, Mom, I want to go fishing. I want to be,
Oh yeah,
because his grandparents would take him fishing every time we go camping. So thank you. I'm going to let my husband know. We want to rent an
yeah,
RV and
yeah.
actually go and do it, like, take a road trip and just be out there for like a good week. I personally love camping. I love the outdoors, and my kids get to just get away from all of that technology.
Yep. That's why we
so
do it.
so Blake, Taryn's right there with you, right?
Yeah, yeah, she's still here.
Okay. Hey Taryn. Um Now, I know you're dying to know, so let me tell you exactly why I'm visiting with you and what I'm going to do. My job is to go over some no cost benefits that have already been set up for you. Then I'm going to go over some additional benefits that you might qualify for. So, my company, American Income, works with over 20,000 different local labor unions, credit unions, and associations throughout the United States. And look, whether you like unions or you don't, the one thing that everyone agrees on is they have the best benefits. A big reason for that is because of their relationship with American Income for the past 60 plus years. And as you can imagine, they have me running around like crazy. So let me go ahead and just get started and jump into the no cost benefits first, okay?
Cool.
All right. So, Blake and Taryn, were you at the meeting where they talked about the program?
I think so. It's been a while. I don't really remember. Um,
Okay, no worries. Do you remember this letter that you got with the IBEW 66? Well, when you got that letter, you returned the card, and in that letter it said when you return the card, you be contacted by someone to get your benefits set up. That's me. So hello. Sorry it's taken so long to get out to you. But like I said, American Income works with over 20,000 different labor unions and credit unions and associations throughout the United States. So Blake and Taryn, it's my job to review the benefits that they already have been set up for you. And then I'll help you review the paperwork on your permanent benefits and if we can get you qualified. So one of the no cost benefits that you actually have available to you is the child safe kit. And with you having three kids, three children, three beautiful little boys, this will be really beneficial to you.
okay.
Um, so let me tell you, it's a two-part program, and it's going to be a program that benefits you as well. So Taryn and Blake, it's a mobile app. Do you have an Android or a Apple?
I have an Apple iPhone.
Okay, I'm on the dark side. I'm an Android girl.
That's okay.
Your Apple Play Store, you can go ahead and look up the child safe kits. You can type it in, and I have it on my phone because I'm an Android girl, and it just says child safe kit. I don't know if you can actually see that, but it looks like that.
Okay.
And you can go ahead and download that. And it's also the app is endorsed by the International Union of Police Associations. And I'm sure you know a bunch of families with kids, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Did you know that Texas leads the nation in abductions?
I did not know that.
Yes. And did you also know that 93% of children aren't found within the first 24 hours? They're never found.
Oh, geez.
That's one of the saddest statistics I found. This is why
Yeah.
I'm super hard on my kids, even my teenagers. And just imagine this. Imagine that Jim went missing. You guys were in Walmart and you just turned around real quick just to sit there and pick up a toy to show him. And then when you turn around, he went missing. Well, this app the child certificate is going to send out an alert to everyone around in the state of Texas, and they're going to automatically be looking for that. So that's another benefit that you have afforded to you. And so go ahead and download that, and I'll help you set all of that up for you. Okay.
Okay.
Um, now, being endorsed by the company that's International Union Police Associations, they are asking that you refer at least 5 families for this app. You mentioned you knew families with children, and everyone always wants to put down dozens of people.
Yeah.
Let's just start with the people that's closest to you. Who's the first person that comes to mind, Blake?
My sister, Callie.
Callie? Okay, how do you spell that?
Callie.
Uh-huh. And her phone number?
It's 325-660 1124.
Okay, and the next person?
Is my brother, Barrett.
Okay.
That's Barrett.
Okay.
And Barrett's number is 325-660-4509.
Okay.
And then the next one is my little brother,
Okay.
and his number is 325-660-8753.
And his name?
Caleb.
Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb.
Okay.
And then the next one is Dylan. It's one of my good friends.
Okay.
And his number is 325-721-3259.
And you got one more.
Let's do my other friend Garrett.
Okay.
And his number is 254-246-3992.
Okay. Perfect. So they're also afforded these benefits, so I'll give them a call and go ahead and help them out with it. Now, your next no cost benefit, Blake and Taryn, is the AIL Plus discount card. And how are your benefits through work?
Pretty good. I mean, I can't complain.
Well, perfect. You're going to absolutely love this. I'm sure you know by now that you can't really rely on group benefits since you don't control them and they could change at any time.
Yeah.
So, this no cost benefit will help you with some of those gaps by giving you up to 85% discount on things like dental, vision, prescription drugs, hearing aids, telemedicine, and chiropractic services. And if you have pets, even the veterinarian services.
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah, I love it. So your membership requires an annual renewal, and that's at no cost to you. We'll let you know when it's time to renew, and you won't even have to think about it. Um, People always tell me they don't even think that they would use this, but they often find themselves using it all the time. And again, it's no cost and it's good to get that extra peace of mind. You'll receive an activation email within the next few days, so just be on the lookout for that.
Okay.
Okay? So Blake and Taryn, this will really be good for Taryn. This is a no cost accidental death and dismemberment certificate shown here. And Blake, the certificate is a living benefit that pays you $2,000 for the loss of one hand, one foot, or the sight of one eye, and double that amount, or $4,000, for the loss of any two. And Taryn, for you, this is a death benefit that would pay you $4,000 should Blake accidentally die. Now, I know $4,000 doesn't seem like a whole lot of money in the world, but if Blake died, his paycheck would die with him. So you could see how this would definitely help, right?
She's nodding her head. Yes.
Nice. So, Blake, let me go ahead and email you that certificate for your records, okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, with this certificate, there is one more thing I need to do, which is to put down two emergency contacts on here. In the event that you were to die together, you and Taryn were to die together in a common accident, it would be wise if they live in Texas and they're over the age of 18 and they also live outside of your home. So, who's your first emergency contact?
Um, let's do. Hmm. Let's do Taryn's sister, Christina. Is that
Okay.
okay? Yeah. CHRI, Stina.
Okay.
Um, and then the other one, let's do my mom,
Okay.
Cara, Cara.
I love that name.
Yeah, she's a saint.
She sounds like it with a name like Kara. It's
Yeah.
literally in her name.
She has to be to raise me. So
You weren't that bad now, were you?
I had my spurts. So
We all go through our things. All
yeah,
right, so
absolutely.
Blake, now when something happens, you're going to need to call our local office. Can you grab your phone real quick for me?
Mhm.
Okay, so the office number is 832
Mhm.
327 0800.
Okay.
So your family gets the money they're entitled to. I'm going to be calling your emergency contacts personally so they know what to do in the event of the claim. If you could just please give them a heads up and let them know that they'll be hearing from me. And in addition, if they choose, they'll also have access to this too. Thanks to you. Oh, I know how it is to be sleepy.
Yeah.
Now, Blake, this policy is just on you. But the second part of the benefits is that you can extend this to your closest family members and friends at no cost to you or them. So, how this works, let's say, God forbid, Kara were to die in an accident. A $2,000 policy just like yours will pay out to her family at no cost to you or her. All you're doing is giving them the option to take advantage of this just like you did. And the ability to extend it is tied to my visit with you today because of your enrollment period. So it's important not to prejudge anyone's situation. Let's just let them decide for themselves.
Okay.
So now they give you $20,000 worth of this benefit, which means you can extend it up to 10 families. So obviously, your emergency contacts will automatically be included.
Mhm.
So Kara and Taryn's sister Christina,
Mhm.
they're already taken care of. So that just leaves you with 8 more. And you mentioned that you had other family members out here. Let's go ahead and get this out to them. What's the first name you want to put down? How do you spell it?
Um, can I use the ones that those are all my brothers and sisters on the child safe kit? Can we use those for the AD&D?
We can, but that's for the child safe kit and the AD&D. Usually we want to give this to more people who don't have access to that and give the other people another opportunity.
Okay.
So who's the first name you have?
Let's go with Leslie. She could
Okay.
use that. Yeah. And then let's do Chris will be the second one.
Okay.
And Kelly
Okay.
and um let's do Hannah.
All
What
right.
did you want to put your okay? And then we'll do Holly.
Okay.
How many is that?
So we've got 7. We got 3 left.
3 left. Okay. Let's do my other really good friend. Her name is Jameen. It's kind of
Okay.
ironic that y'all have the same name. And then let's do um my other friend Nikista.
Okay.
And
And you
then
got one more.
let's do my cousin Tanner.
Got it. Perfect. Okay, now I have a little bit of homework for you guys.
Oh
Okay.
no.
So just to make sure that the families, that you've given me your families and friends, we want to
Mhm.
go ahead and make sure that you give them a little bit of a heads up, sorry, and let them know that I'll be calling them in the next few days. And
Okay.
as long as you do give them a heads up, they're generally really happy.
Yeah.
But if I call them and they don't know who I am or why I'm calling, they tend to be upset at me and they'll be mad at you. And you don't want them mad at you.
No, I do
So,
not.
so we don't want them mad at either one of us. So please just let them know. Can you make sure?
Yeah, absolutely. I will.
Actually, if you have a chance, you could go ahead and send them a text out. Just send a little group text for me and just let them know I'll be calling, okay?
Okay.
Thanks, Blake. So, Blake and Taryn, now I'm going to jump into reviewing the exclusive benefits that you must qualify for. All the families that I see love this part of the program, and it's why 20,000 different groups handpicked American Income to handle their permanent and portable benefits for the past 60 plus years. So, next time that you're at the group at IBEW, Blake, make sure you thank them for getting this set up for you.
Okay.
All right. So first, Let's start with the needs analysis software. The reason that most people don't have the right coverage is they don't know what they need. This software is designed to expose any concerns or gaps that you may have. So, what I'm going to do is ask you some questions, from the survey. And based on that information, it may or may not make a recommendation. If it does, I'll definitely review those with you. If it doesn't, then I'll have nothing to review with you. Excuse me. But before I do, let me show you my license information here to show you that I am qualified professional to handle these kind of benefits. I am with the state of Texas. And let's ignore this call. Sorry.
Yeah.
And this is my license from the state of Texas.
Cool.
And before I jump into the survey, I do have three preliminary qualifications to review with you. So the first one is you must be a member of an authorized group or sponsored by someone who is. You're good here. Second, you must have an active checking or account with a bank or credit union. And who do you actually bank with?
We bank with First Financial.
Okay. Awesome. And then have you or anyone in the household been diagnosed with COVID-19, the COVID-19 virus?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay, perfect. So the biggest concern families deal with when handling the concerns is affordability. They have this set up where if there are concerns, it'll be based on 1 hour's wage per week. And to make sure it's accurate, what is a ballpark figure of your monthly income?
I don't know. Before or after monthly take home? Okay, so 5,900-ish.
For both of you guys?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So Blake and Taryn, I know it isn't a typical dinner time type of conversation, but have you two decided or even discussed if you're going to do a funeral or a cremation?
Yeah. She wants to be cremated and I just want to be thrown back out into the woods and let a bear eat me or something like that.
So she could just bury you in the woods.
Yep.
Go back to the nature,
Amazing.
huh?
That's exactly right.
All right. Now I see lots of families, and some of them will get life insurance outside of work because you know what happens to the group benefits, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So do you have life insurance outside of work?
Not right now, no.
Okay, that's perfect. So oh my God, sorry, my back was killing me there. You do get group benefits through work though, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, great. Very familiar with how they work. Did they let you pick them out or did you just get what everyone else got?
I just got what everybody else got, yeah.
Okay. And do you guys own or rent your home?
We rent.
Rent? Okay. And about how much debt do you guys think you have?
Oh goodness. Probably about uh both cars, maybe about $105,000 worth of debt.
Okay. It's a nice amount.
Yeah. Way too much.
That's all right. Should try the snowball effect.
Yeah. No, we're working on that.
Have you started saving for your kids' college yet? I know they're
No,
young, but it's no time like the present to start.
not even a little bit.
Okay, no problem. So I have this mandatory read off letter that I have to read for you. Um, so before I go any further, it does look like the needs analysis found some gaps in your coverage. And I do have the letter, like I said, to read off to you. It explains how the enrollment process works. But Blake and Taryn, instead of reading this whole thing, let me just summarize it for you. You okay with that?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So what it's basically saying is that I'm going to go through the benefits. You're nodding your head thinking, wow, these are some great benefits. And I can see why 20,000 groups approve this and why everyone's doing it. Then I'm going to go ahead and ask you to apply today. And on the flip side, I'm going to go through the benefits and you're going to think to yourself, these are really some great benefits, but they don't feel a need for me and my family right now. So I'm going to actually ask you not to apply. Either way, yes or no, that decision does have to be made today during your service period. In all fairness to all the other members waiting to enroll. So you'll see what they did is they set it up to be a no-brainer. It's going to be an easy yes or no. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay. So whatever you decide to do, they do want you to give your opinion on in a Google review, which is sort of like my report card. I gave you homework. Now you get to grade me.
Nice.
So it's important, and I usually try to get a 5-star rating, but it is important for me that you stop me if you have any questions. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Okay, so Blake, you will stop me if you have any questions, right?
Mhm.
And Taryn, you too. You'll do the same, right?
Uh-huh.
Awesome. Okay, so as you know, over the years we go through contract negotiations and benefit changes at work. Um, it's give and take. Lately, it seems that we're paying a whole lot more, but getting a whole lot less. The
Yeah.
company has a labor advisory board of 50 international union presidents whose main job is to provide the best wages and benefits for their members. From their feedback, along with the feedback from members just like you, they came up with a list of concerns and they applied to all working families, whether they're union or not. So let me just show you. Give me 1 second. I'm going to bring that up for you here. And gotta love when you have to share things on Zoom. So give me a second and let me know if you can see my screen, okay?
It's low. Okay, I can see it now.
You can see it? Okay, so these are just the list of concerns that typically most families deal with, right? Co-pays, deductibles, and loss of wages. You know what I mean? Funeral and final expenses for you, not so much because we're just burying you in the back of
Yeah.
the woods. um Paycheck loss when one of you guys dies, or Blake, when you die, you know what I mean, your paycheck goes with you. Taryn
Mhm.
can't really benefit from that. And then for you guys, rent, these are just some of the concerns that generally a lot of families deal with, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
So let me stop sharing here. Can you still see my screen?
No, man.
Okay. Now, Blake and Taryn, the final concern is affordability. And now to take care of all of these concerns, it's usually just way too expensive. And since we sit down with people, they make $7 an hour or they make $77 an hour. Some of them work tons of overtime, some are retired, some are laid off. Regardless of the situation, they wanted this to be affordable for everybody. The way that it's set up, Blake, is let's imagine your boss comes up to you at work and tells you because things have been going so well, they're going to start paying you 41 hours instead of 40 hours. Now, with that 1 hour, are you going to tell Taryn that it's time to go buy matching Ferraris?
Oh
or
goodness.
or to go travel, go book your dream vacation?
Nope.
Right. Of course you're not. Now, on the flip side, let's say the work is a little slow and your boss comes up to you and tells you that instead of laying you and some of your coworkers off, they're just going to send everyone home an hour early on Friday. So you'd be working 39 hours instead of 40 hours. Now, would you have to get rid of your car or your cell phone or cancel your TV subscription?
No.
Exactly. The idea is that 1 hour isn't going to change your lifestyle. That's why they set it up this way. So let me just show you how we can take care, how that 1 hour can take care of your concerns. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'm a visual person. So I just want to show you what that looks like for me. Give me 1 second. I'm going to share my screen with you again. Okay.
Okay.
Just bear with me. Here we go. What do they call it? Operator error. Have to technical difficulties. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and share this with you again, okay?
Okay.
All right. Let me know when you can see. All right, can you see it?
Huh?
All right, perfect. Just give me a second here. So you said you guys make about $5,900 a month, right? So that's about 1475 a week. And here you'd be like 235. Okay. So here we go. So Blake and Taryn, if it helps, like I said, I'm going to just show you guys an illustration that I have set up for you. So we're going to imagine that you go to work tomorrow, and right now you're both at job A, and job A is here on the left, right? That's where
Okay.
you make a week. All right. And then you're making the 1475 per week. And then let's say you have another job that opens up, and we'll call it job B, which is this job right here. Okay. And you'll have some same group benefits, same coworkers, same responsibilities, same everything. The only difference is the income. So instead of the 1475 per week, you're making this 1435 per week, which is about 1 hour's wage difference, which,
Mhm.
like you said before, wouldn't change anything for you. So they took that hour that didn't mean much, and they decided to put it towards something that would, which is handling these concerns in a very simple, very straightforward way. So, with the co-pays and deductibles and lost wages we talked about, right? The first benefit covers your entire family due to any sort of accident. Like I said before, health insurance and group benefits are great, but they don't cover everything.
Right.
So this program will pay you up to $100 every time you go into the doctor, right? Urgent care or hospitals for any accident or any injury, whether that's a bump, a bruise, or a bee sting. If you end up overnight in the hospital, it pays you $200 per day, and double that for intensive care per day. So let's say you have an accident and you end up in the hospital for 5 days. By having this in place, it would pay you $1,000 tax free, Blake and Taryn. Um, Considering that you're not working and making money, this money will help you take care of your bills, right?
Mhm.
And on top of that, you'll get $10,000 for any loss of hand or foot, of any one foot, one or the sight in one eye, and $20,000 for the loss of both. Let's make sure I have enough zeros there. Math was not my strong suit in school. I still did well though. Um, but like you see, double that. And then the last part of this benefit provides an additional $20,000 to $100,000 in accidental death and dismemberment benefit, depending on the type of accident. Right here. So let me show you and make sure we have enough zeros. And as you can see here, Your current job doesn't provide that for you.
Mm.
Now, the next concern has to do with the funeral and the final expenses. Now, I know you said Taryn wanted to be cremated, but that still needs to be covered, right? It does cost money. So we have, excuse me, there's 100% chance that you'll use this. So we have the freedom of choice certificate shown here, excuse me, that will take care of your financial burden so your family doesn't have to. Now, the FOC has already been set up with every funeral home. Your freedom of choice certificate is worth $30,000. And so it's also worth $30,000 to Taryn as well. Let me show you that. And the way it works is the funeral home director will simply call the number on the front of the certificate, and American Income will take care of everything for you, including sending the remaining money to your family. So since you just want to be buried in the back, in the woods, and Taryn wants to be cremated, the average cremation for like a ceremony is about $7,500. So you could take that $30,000. What they'll do is they'll send that 7,500 to the funeral home, and that remaining balance will go, to the family and
Awesome.
whoever your beneficiary is. Excuse me. Um, and everything, and it is also tax free. So they're using a permanent benefit to fund the freedom of choice. That way, it's there when or not if your family needs it. And Taryn, on your worst day of your life, can you see how this would make things easier for you
Yes,
and your
yeah.
children?
Mm-hmm.
Right now, you don't have anything like that in place. So now, you said you make about $5,900 a month. And Taryn, when something happens to Blake, you're probably going to miss him, right?
Hope so.
Maybe. He did say his mom you gave your mother a little bit of trouble, so I can only imagine your wife, right?
True.
But after a few weeks go by, aside from missing Blake, what else do you think the family is going to miss?
My paycheck.
Exactly. So your program provides a total of $100,000 that pays out for any kind of death to take care of this concern. So Taryn, this would give you and the children $100,000, like an income every month for 3 years, just like Blake was still there. You know what I mean? So that's $100,000. So what they do is they just take your income and they give it to you every month, a monthly income for 3 years. That's 36 months. I had to think about that, right? I think that's the right math. It is. And vice versa for you, Blake, in the event that something happened.
Some.
So this gives you time to figure out what you're going to do with your life, your job, and any other insurance money. And right now, as it stands, there's no monthly income replacement through your job. So you guys saying that you're renting, so we don't actually have to worry about that. And you don't have anything in place for your children currently for their college fund. And remember, like I said, it's always best to start when they're young. And the next concern is the benefit software has found that had to do with your children's future education. Most families I see tell me they want their children to have the option of going to college. And statistically, the biggest thing that would prevent that is if the kids lost one or both of their parents while they're minors. The benefit software is giving you $100,000 for the college fund, which breaks down to $50,000 each for each of your children. That's huge, right? And as you can see right now, you guys don't have that. Can you see that?
Yes, I can.
Also, because you guys do have those three little boys, Jet, Jim, and Jack, I didn't want to mess it up with all of those J's, and my name being Jay. So it also includes a special $10,000 life insurance plan for all your children, 18 and younger, that qualify. When they turn 21, they can convert this to a 5 times that amount of $50,000 permanent life insurance with no health questions. Having this in place may be their key to get the coverage later on when they may otherwise not qualify. Your current group benefits, they don't provide anything permanent for your children. So that's a big need. Sorry. Now, unlike your group benefits, which you can lose, these benefits are permanent and portable. So if you leave your job, retire, or if you leave the union, Blake, you get to keep these. So in addition, you also are qualified if you get laid off. They'll cover your benefits for up to 3 months if you get laid off. And if you're ever in a situation where you have a qualified strike, and I know the strikes happen, my husband is a union electrician and they can last long, this will cover you up to 12 months. This way, you and your family won't lose your benefits when you really need them the most. And by the way, you never have to pay that back. So that is a helpful thing. Now, Blake and Taryn, I've reviewed everything with you guys. And you see here all of these benefits. I've reviewed all of these with you guys, and I'm sure you can see why 20,000 groups closed this program. They chose this program above all the others, and why more families have our programs than any other companies because of the value and the full circle of the protection it provides. I mean, Blake, if something were to happen to you, like a bad car accident, your family would receive about $370,000 tax free, all for about 1 hour's wage per week. With your current job, there's no guarantee that your family will receive anything at all. So, Blake and Taryn, if you went into work tomorrow and you had a choice between job A and job B, which job would you take?
Um, Job B.
Now, why would you do that if you're making more money at job A?
I don't get all those benefits with job A.
Exactly. That's what everyone says. It's a no-brainer. So everyone wants the benefits, but not everyone can get these benefits. So as I mentioned before, I do have to get you qualified first. So let me run through these questions and let's see if you can qualify. So I'm going to stop sharing these and then I'm going to go through the questions with you, okay? All right. Give me 1 second. Of course, I'm going to ask you to verify if you can see again.
Okay.
Can you see these questions?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So, going through these questions. Do you see these questions? Do you feel like is there a yes to any of these questions?
I'd have to read through them all.
Here, let me ask you. So, has any proposed insured ever been treated or advised to be treated for alcoholism or alcohol abuse?
No.
Has any proposed insured ever used drugs not prescribed by a physician, such as cocaine, amphetamines, barbiturates, hallucinogens, tranquilizers, narcotics, or sedatives?
No.
Has any proposed insured ever had their driver's license suspended or revoked because of moving violation or been arrested?
No.
Okay. Has any proposed insured flown within the last 2 years or intend to fly? Are you planning to be on being a pilot, Blake?
No, no, goodness, no,
Okay. Um, has any proposed insured participated within the last 2 years or intend to participate in any of the following: jumping, skiing, scuba, or skydiving? No.
no, no,
Me personally, I've been skydiving. I love it. But
really,
yes, has anyone been advised to take tests and not done so and received results or been diagnosed of having or receiving treatment for high blood pressure, chest pain, heart attack, stroke, or any heart, blood, or circulatory disorder?
no,
Okay. Has any proposed insured had or been treated for diabetes or endocrine disorder?
mm-mm,
Okay. Has any proposed insured had arthritis, injury, or trouble with back, knees, or any of your joints?
nope,
And then, to the best of your knowledge or your belief, do you have a physical impairment?
no,
And have you ever used tobacco?
no,
And has any of the proposed used marijuana in the past year?
mm-mm.
Okay.
Scroll up.
So, and has any proposed insured ever been rejected for a little medical insurance, for medical hospital insurance, rated failed, or received a policy that you have
No,
applied for?
no,
And has any proposed insured in the been I'm sorry, has any proposed insured in the last 5 years? Have you had a physical examination?
yes,
Yes. Okay, perfect. Um, are you currently a resident in a nursing home or ever been diagnosed as having terminal illness, including Alzheimer's disease?
no,
Have you ever been treated for any of the following conditions: asthma, emphysema, sleep apnea, or any respiratory disorder?
mm-mm.
And no ulcers, colitis, or other digestive tract disorder?
Nope,
Any kidney, prostate, urinary bladder, or other genitourinary disorders?
no,
Any disease of the breast, uterus, or ovaries?
nope,
Rheumatoid arthritis or any of the other musculoskeletal disorders?
nope,
No loss of hearing of or the loss of sight?
nope,
Okay, and have you acquired immune deficiency syndrome, other known as AIDS?
no.
AIDS related complex. Sorry about that. I have to ask these questions.
That's okay.
Or any AIDS related conditions.
Mm-mm.
Has any proposed insured ever tested positive for antibodies for the AIDS or HIV virus?
No,
Okay. Excuse me. Sharing. Give me 1 second. So, okay, Blake, I am not the underwriter, but based on what I'm seeing here, it looks like I should be able to get you qualified for the benefits.
okay,
The QR checklist, which is a mandatory checklist that we reviewed with all members, it explains the enrollment process. For the first thing, the checklist talks about is always the benefits, the way the benefits are handled. So let's see here. The program is set up on a once a month computerized deduction through your banking system. And having it done this way, it gains you the discounted rate. So your program is only, based on the calculations, your program is only $250 per month. This can be handled anytime. Um, Anytime between today is the 22nd. So it can be handled anytime between today and the 5th. Which date is best for you?
how much did you say it was?
$250.
Oof. I don't know if we can do 250.
Okay. So Blake and Taryn, almost everyone takes advantage of this program. Just like you, because of the value and the cost, it is very small compared to many benefits. Now, it's very rare, but sometimes a member does cancel. It could be a week, a month, or a year later. And we end up seeing these same people the next service period or 2 to 3 years later. And they're upset because they're no further ahead and than they were when they started. Most people end up wanting to reapply for the benefits. The problem is that now the program is more expensive because they're older. Worse yet, some people can't even get into it anymore because of their health and it's changed. The point is, this is not a short term fix, it's a long term solution. And the longer you are in the program, the more valuable it is. So if $250 is uncomfortable for you, let's just fix that right now. So, how does everything feel?
250 is too much. We couldn't do 250.
Okay. So, I also want to emphasize uh that the first draft, okay, so 250 is too much. Let's go ahead and make some changes and see what the analysis is going to get down and see if we could work to get it down. I was able to get it down to $130 a month. Is that still uncomfortable for you?
That's actually much better. Yeah.
So I want to make sure that that is a comfortable number for you. And like I said, I want to emphasize that the first draft is going to happen in the next 24 to 48 hours, but that your bank might not reflect that for like up to 10 business days. And then that date that you chose between the 22nd and the 5th, which day was that?
Let's do the first of every month.
The first of every month?
Hmm.
Okay. So that'll be your monthly draft day. Okay. I want to make sure we're good to go on the first draft and that all the money will be there. If there are any issues, this creates a lot of headaches for both of us and it reflects poorly on me because it makes it look like I pressured you into something that you don't want. Are we good to go on that first draft?
Hmm.
Okay, perfect. Then please make sure to keep this important program in place for your family. And the next time we'll see you, you'll be really happy you did. And like I said, Blake, my name is Jameen. You see me here. I'm your personal agent. If you guys have any questions, you have anything you need to know, you have my phone number. Just give me a call, okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay,
All
perfect.
right. Thanks, Jameen.
You're welcome.